Hello, welcome back. And in this lecture, we are going to create the pop-up layout inside the index.html file. We are going to create the layout first, then we are going to design the layout. So this is the pop-up, and we are going to create the layout inside index.html, and then we are going to design it. So first of all, we are going to create a wrapper, and then we are going to create this div inside the wrapper. But first we need to fix this issue with the active class. With the active selected menu, as you can see here, it is fully stretched to the bottom, as you can see this border, and here you can see we have an issue with this active border bottom. As you can see, it has some space inside this menu first li element. So let's open up the CSS file. So here we are going to search for cActive, and before giving any property to the cActive, first we need to give a margin property to the li element. So this is the li. So what we are going to say here, we are going to say margin top and bottom, let's say 5 pixels, and left and right auto. Save it, and for the active we are going to say give a margin of 0 pixels top and bottom, and give a left and right auto. And we are going to give a height more than this li. As you can see, we have given the height of 50 pixels, and that is not enough, the first li element, so we are going to give height of 52 pixels. Save the file. Let's refresh the page. Nothing's happened. I think we haven't added the important here, so that is why it is not important value for the cActive class. And margin also will have an important as well, so we'll say important because we want this to property to be work 100% when this clause is applied, so that is why we place important here. So let's refresh it. Now you can see it placed in the bottom position. So now we are good to go. So as we have seen here, you can see when we click on this, it pop up this wrapper. We will write this layout inside the HTML, then we are going to design it. So let's get started. So open up the index.html file. Once we open up the center wrapper, and as you can see, we have this create post wrap. When we close it, we have close all the way to that post wrap, so we don't need that. We are going to close top and bottom. So inside the post input, in the top C post top, we will open up the C post top, and inside the post input here, we are going to add a pop-up wrap here. Let me scroll to the right. When we remove the word wrap, and now we are able to move to the right, and we are going to focus on this section. And now we are going to add a div here. So what we are going to do here, let me scroll to the right. That's better. So we need to just focus on this input text which we have created here. This is input text field. Whenever the user is click on this, the pop-up will appear. So we are going to select this, and inside here we are going to create a wrapper. We are going to create a div, and that will be the pop-up wrapper. And inside the div we will create a div which will be the pop-up div that we are going to create, which is this create post. So we will add a class here, and we'll say class will be create post pop up wrap, and that will be create pop-up box. Save it. Inside the create pop-up box, we are going to create another div and another as well. Why we need these two div? Because we are going to divide this into two sections. So first will be the top section and second will be the bottom section. So let me show you here. The top section will be, let me show you, the top section will be for the create post heading and this button, and the bottom section cover up the whole design of the bottom here. So what we are going to do here, we are going to say this will be the C box header and this will be C box body. So we'll say create box, C for create, and we'll say box, and then we will say body, and that will cover up the body section for the create pop-up. So these two is representing this two different section. So on the top section you can see we have the image and the name and this button. So what we are going to do here, we are going to create three more divs inside this C box body. So we are going to create three more divs here. So we will say div and then another div, and the first one will be C box top, and we'll say C box mid, and we will say this will be C box bottom. So I'll say C box bottom. So the image and the name will be goes here on the top section, and the text area, this text area goes inside the mid section, and the bottom section cover up this. So let's add the image and the text. So on the top section we are going to say this will be for the image, and we will create a wrap, and we will divide the image inside the two sections. The first one will be image and the second will be the name and the button. For the name we want to create a name on the top and the button on the bottom. So for the name, here we're going to create a span, and we are going to say Mizan Uddin, and on the top here we are going to add an image which we have used it before, and this image is a image div here. Copy this image div and paste it here, and that will do the job. So it will do the same thing that we want. So the image size is the same. So this section is pretty much we need. And for the button, we are going to create a button by divs. So this will be the button. So we'll say div, we'll create another div and another div. Let me see that button. As you can see, we have a some icon here and a name and also another icon. We are going to stack together these divs inside a container, and we will wrap this up. So let's do that. As you can see, we have created three divs, and the first one will be the font awesome icon, and the second one will be the name, and third one will be the another icon. So we are going to wrap this up. So that will be the flex container, and we will wrap this container inside a button wrap div. And that's right, and we will say this is the button. So we'll say class and we will call it mid cbox button. So this is a wrap, so that will be the mid cbox button wrap. And here we are going to add a class, and we'll say mid cbox button, and that will be the actual button. Sorry, so that will be the actual button. So the first is the global icon, and the second is the text, which is public. And let's open up the phonosome icon here. Let's say phonosome icon, and once it's open up, search for globe. It will fetch the result. Open up this icon, and I don't know why it's taking so much time. I think something wrong with the internet connection. Copy this up and paste it here. And also we are going to add an arrow icon here. So we'll say arrow, and it will give these result. So what we need here, we need to pointing down arrow, so that short down will do the job. So copy this again, copy this and paste it here, and I think we are good to go. So that is the structure inside the HTML, and in the next video we are going to design this out. So that's it for now, and see you in the next lecture.